Okay, once again I'm on the old A69. Parked the car up at Horsley and just going to try and do a quick circular because we're going to Lonkin Hall and see what we can find in the way of ruins, and hopefully we'll try and push on to Welton Hall and form part of the story of Lang Lonkin or Long Lonkin or Long Lonkin, depending which version of the tale you want to hear. It's all roughly the same tale, just very small little bits that are different. We're doing a little bit of trespassing here, like. I think that's going to stop me. I have to watch what I'm doing here. I know from past experience the farmer here doesn't like trespassers. There's a hide there. There's a bit of a bird feeder. Well, there's a few bird feeders around to try and attract wildlife into here. And footprints in the mud suggest it's a regular use. No sign of Lonkin Hall yet. I think I have to cross the stream by the looks of it. There's a pathway up there. But that doesn't go to it, that goes to a road, well not a road, but like a wide pathway that heads up to the reservoirs by the looks of it, where I had to turn around last time. Let's keep going and looking. Lots of fungi. I actually think there's a bird of prey nesting here somewhere, and that's why it's closed off to the public and they got the hide and what have you here. No sign of the hole. Okay, let's try and cross this stream if I can. You hear that bird of prey in the background. Not happy with me being here. I think there'll be a few more people not happy with me here. Right, I'm on the other side. Let's see if there's anything on this side. There's nothing in this field. I can't find any remains anywhere. There's some photographs on the internet of it. There's a little bit of masonry down there maybe. Well, that's dotted here, there and everywhere. But nothing substantial as to suggest the ruins of a hole. There's some masonry down here as well, which is good. Oh well, can't find anything. So I'll head up to Lonkin Hall now. That's the bird that's making all the noise. I'm not a bird watcher, so I have no idea what it is. Some bird of prey. Okay, I couldn't find any remains anywhere. They're supposed to be here, but I can't see them. So I'm just going to follow this path for a bit, see where it goes to. Bit of exploring. Okay, the wood comes out at the footpath. How was that? Last Tuesday. I had to turn back with the cows and calves. The field looks pretty clear today, so let's have a go. Yeah, somewhere back there is the remains of Lonkin Hall. I couldn't find them. I'll have another look at the satellite images and see if I can pinpoint it more easily on the satellite images. But there's remains of brickwork in the stream, which might be a relic of Horsley Pit. That's another thing to have a look for. They're just dairy cows. No problem crossing that field if I have to, but I don't think I do. I'm not sure where the right of way goes now. I expected there to be a sty across here on the bridge, but there isn't one. I'm sure I'm supposed to be on that side of the stream. Oh well, let's have a look into the corner of the field and might find something there. Here we go. Nice bridge. Across the stream. Pretty well knocked this. There's some sort of structure here under the ground. No idea what it was, what it is. Yeah, what it was. There's a waterfall down there. I'm on top of some remains here. No, my luck. Those remains there will be what's Lonkin Hall. I'll have a look when I get to it. It's next to a waterfall. So, I'll find the waterfall on the map. It might tell us what's sat next to it. I don't think the camera does this justice, like. But we'll see. Let's see if we put a foot there so you can see. This must be knee deep on the cows, these holes. Make pleasant walking. I've been prickled and stung to death here. I got stung by nettles all over when I was looking for Lonkin Hall. Now we're having to walk through gorse. This little area, after getting through all of that undergrowth. A couple of bridges to cross. the start of the reservoirs system. The only problem with this walk is it's right on the flight path to Newcastle Airport. And all you can hear is aeroplane after aeroplane after aeroplane. If it wasn't for that, it would be a nice walk this. You can see the main water comes from that other source. It reminds me of Japan this a bit. The rivers are all encased in concrete to prevent flooding. These reservoirs are quite old. I mean, this concrete obviously isn't. But the reservoirs themselves are on the 1868 maps. Midges are starting to come out. I shouldn't have left this walk so late in the afternoon. I had intended to do it a lot earlier if I fell asleep. Still, it's a nice place. As I said, if it wasn't for the aeroplanes, this would be a lovely walk. But the road is quite quiet. You see, it's quite nice. Over there where them railings are, there's the reservoir. Just over the top of that brow of the field is Lonkin Hall where we're going. And we follow this track here. It's a well made track. No problems following this. See over there, fortified farmhouse. That's Welton Hall. Now, Welton Hall used to be a proper hall, like in the traditional sense. But then later on, when the Scots were getting a bit feisty, they converted the hall into a fortified farmhouse, a bit like Aden Castle near Corbridge. Same sort of principle. Trying to fight against the reavers. At the time of Lang Lonkin, it would have been a proper hall. So apparently he went to the hall to rob it in one story. Another story he went to cause mischief because he had fallen out with the lord of the hall. But, either way the results were the same. He was led in by a servant and used the baby's crying to get the mother to come out downstairs. When the mother refused to tell him where the loot was, he killed both the mother and baby, and he fled back to Lonkin Hall where his hideout was. And there are a few theories and stories regarding how he comes to his end. One's that he hung himself in remorse and on an oak tree around these areas, and another story has that he drowned in a stream quite close to here called Bogle Stream, and Bogle being a ghost in Northumberland folklore. And then another has it that the Lord of Welton caught up with him, and it was the Lord of Welton that hung him. So you got a choice of three stories there. Apparently there's another one about after he killed the lady and the baby, he dumped the bodies, and then one says that he dumped them in a pool in Bogle Stream, and another says the same pool where he's supposed to have drowned, by the way, and another says he dumped them in a well called Lonkin Hall. So I can't find any reference to Lonkin Hall on any maps. So who knows? I mean, just a border tale after all. You know, take these things with a pinch of salt. The Scots will have you say that it's a true story based in Scotland, but as I said, this Northumberland's got the landmarks with their names, you know, so if it is a true story, it's more likely to have happened in Northumberland than Scotland. And with it being a border tale, it's natural that it's going to cross both sides of the border, you know. It's Lonkin Hall, a bit closer. It's the fortified tower just behind those low windows. It's supposed to be haunted by the lady and her baby that Lonkin killed. It's supposed to be a big oak tree where either he hung himself or he was hung close by. I cannot see one. I've been looking out for it as I've been walking. I can't see any oak trees. There's a big tree there, but it's not an oak tree. It's an easy farm track, not too bad. Chances are the oak trees are once that lot. There's the reservoir over there. It's only 1868 maps. Quite an old reservoir. Harlow Hill's up there. Probably going to head up to Harlow Hill after all, to be honest. I was going to go a different route, but I'm running out of time again, as always on my walks. There you go. There's the remains of the fortified farmhouse. What was built out of Welton Hall. Supposedly haunted by the lady and her baby that Lang Lonkin killed. Surprisingly old reservoirs, these. Victorian era. Welton Hall over there. That's the other side of the reservoir. How much of that funding is going to be available after Brexit? Not much in the northeast. There's a load of bird watchers there. They should have come with me on Lonkin Hall, trying to find it. I would have seen there something about what is getting them excited. Here maps, so if you come along here, we're going down there, there's Welton Hall, looking down there, and past here. Horsley. History. So it was constructed between 1845 and 1888. So on the 1868 maps. Half a mile from Harlow Hill. And anyone walking the wall who doesn't want the wild camp is being told now that there's no camping facilities unless you backtrack a few miles. It's shocking that, like, isn't it? I should have had that sign back there, not here. Midges are out in force, so I'll make this quick. Somewhere in the vicinity of this field, or maybe in the field behind, there were the remains of an Angle camp found in the Kingdom of Northumbria. Was at war with the Kingdom of Mercia. They built a camp here, and obviously where them houses are there, where that barn is there, the Roman wall would have gone along here, and it would have been intact then, this. So it would have been a good defensive position for the Northumbrians to be behind the wall, even though it was on the wrong side of the wall for the Romans. It would have made a good defensive camp against the Mercians. There's a couple of walkers coming on there doing Hadrian's Wall. It's funny, I walk along Hadrian's Wall path around this sort of area quite a bit, and everyone thinks that I'm walking the wall. I'll have to do it one day. There's Mickley. Top of that rise, them trees over there, that'll be behind Mickley. Heading on the hill will be behind there, which is where I did on Tuesday. Over there's Prudhoe. Get further along. And we have Crow Creek just behind that hill there. And a bit further along there. There's Wrighton here. Bladen. And the outskirts of Newcastle over there. And obviously I'm at Harlow Hill here. There's the Whittledean reservoirs. Behind, roughly around about there, behind that horizon there will be Corbridge, and beyond that Hexham. And you have Stocksfield down the bottom there, just there, before going into Mickley. I'll probably triggered off some cameras. I was looking for Lonkin Hall, because you'll not see it on this camera. There's a car over there, or van, parked near where I was looking. So we got to check it out.